And we're back. It's been a while. But yeah, we are going to jump right on in because we're a tiny bit late. So, Milla, if you would please take us away.
Hello, everybody. Yes, apologies for other issues that came up just before we start the session proper. But Draco will be joining us eventually. But yeah, on that note, let's just go ahead and skip formalities and jump right into tonight's episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Phase of Our Lives, a Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. When last we left our honored guests of the Witchlight Brigade, Veska, Predicates, Sola, Sidara, as well as Rudy and Dump, the party had made their way further through the lands of Thither in an effort to locate Will of the Feywilds and the Getaway Gang, and possibly have a means to make their way towards Loomlurch in order to deal with Bavlorna Blightstraw. They eventually made their way to the massive tree at Little Oak, and upon arriving, discovered that another creature of interest had also made its way over there. Star, the missing Displacer Beast kitten of Duralgon. After some discussion about the possibility of returning Star and reuniting it with its prized mirror ball, Will informed the party of their intent to make their way to Loomlurch in an effort to break out some of the children that were under Bavlorna's capture. Upon further discussion to see if there was anything else they could do, they were also directed to the Wayward Pools and instructed to to seek out the advice of Lamorna, the unicorn that resided there. After a very stressful swim all the way towards the center of the Wayward Pool, the party lit the brazier that was on the center of the island, and after a minute had passed, the fog had lifted, and the unicorn revealed themselves on the banks of the shore. After strenuously swimming back towards the island, the party met with Lamorna, and after she had inquired about the party's arrival upon thither, she lamented much about various goings-on, not just in thither, but in the entirety of Prismere, including confirming the fate of Zablina having been trapped in the Palace of Heart's Desire by her cruel hag sisters, the Hourglass Coven. Suspecting that the disappearance of her mate, Eladon, was crucial in the fact that the hags were able to imprison Zablina, Lamorna begged the party to help her, in essence, find her mate and possibly free him from whatever captivity the hags may have, as well as using his horn to possibly free Zablina and to restore the lands of Prismere. After some mulling about as the party decided what else to ask of Lamorna, a mysterious cloaked figure had emerged from the woods and struck out and attacked Lamorna. What is this hooded figure's intentions of attacking this unicorn? And what other goings-on have there been inside of Prismere that the party should know about? As sand falls through the hourglass, let's continue with tonight's session of Phase of Our Lives by rolling for initiative.
Always a fun start.
Ooh, fun. 18.
Alright, just 1 second. I have to find appropriate music for this encounter. Heyo.
$13. Hey, I'm on brand today.
Hey, Sid.
Also, it'll never not be funny to me that I have a better AC as a Roadrunner Kenku than I do as a blue Dragonborn in my other campaign.
Do we have a map for this, by the way?
This will be primarily Theater of the Mind. Just to keep it simple and brief. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up chat. Right, because of Theater of the Mind. Go using the initiative tracker and jotting these down for brevity. Let's see. Creative Kits with an 18. Solo with a 22. Vesca with a 19. Sadara with a 6. Rudy with a 13. Lamorna, she 8. And the mysterious cloaked figure. Okay. Let's. He rolled a 7. Impressive. Okay, so we'll go ahead. Let's see. Everybody up to Zola, you're surprised. Vesca surprised. Predicate surprised. Rudy, you're surprised. Lamorna is also surprised as this cloaked figure leaps out from his disguise. Vesca, you just kind of notice as the one thing you do notice as he makes his way up. You see that it looks like there's something wooden that kind of falls to the ground, as well as a small leather strap.
Huh.
Yes. As this figure is gonna make 2 attack. So there. 2 attacks. Those will both hit. More D4s, right? Okay, so that's 5 plus another 3, so 8. Then 7 plus another. Yeah. As you see the flourish as this figure with his 2 daggers reaches out and manages to leave 2 massive cuts along the neck of Lamorna as she lets out a very loud and distressed audible neigh.
Oh, whoa, okay, yeah, nope, not having that at all. That's not good.
Sadara, you barely managed to make out this figure as you are currently sitting towards the shore away from everybody else. You can see you can barely make out what's going on, but you see that a scuffle's going on. What do you do?
You adhere to.
I'm sorry, it's a little harder to hear you, dude.
You enter the unicorn in pain.
Nope, you're still underwater.
No, when we're outfit, when sword dude.
Still can't understand a word you're saying.
Yeah, you're sounding very distant and muffled on my end, dude.
How about now?
It was slightly better, but not great.
It'll be your input.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking now.
Is that better?
Much
Yes.
better.
Yes.
Yeah, my input got changed somehow. Okay.
Okay.
So, do I hear the unicorn in pain?
I'll allow a free perception check.
Perception. 5.
It's shrill enough. I say you're just barely managed to hear it.
And how far away are they from me?
1,000 feet. So it's gonna take you a while to get down there.
I will pat Skyla on the shoulder as I point, "Come on, girl, let's go!" And I start dashing.
All right. Just as a point of order, do you have a means to don a unicorn disguise in order to make your way closer?
No.
Because that's the only way anybody else is able to make their way closer to the lake at this point. I'm sorry.
I should ask, probably for clarification, who's on what shore?
Really?
Everybody except for Sindara and Skyla is on the closest part of the shore next to Lamarna and the Stricter. Sindara, you're 1,000 feet away from it because of the nature of the magic of the wayward pool. You're not able to make your way closer to it. I know it's been a while, but yeah. Otherwise, if you're able to, fashion a unicorn disguise across to get closer, that'd be about the other way thing you can do in order to make your way down there.
If I recall correctly, our disguise was crappy. If you have anything crappy that could work.
Wait a minute. I have the cloak of manufacturers. Can I use that to make myself look like a unicorn or somewhat?
Make a wisdom check, I'll say.
$15?
You think for a second, wait a minute. What if I try to have a unicorn pattern on there? Like, with unicorns on it. Maybe that'll work.
I will make it so my clothes have unicorn patterns on it and try running in.
Alright. You put the unicorn patterns on your cloak of many fashions. And as you make your way to run towards it, you know what? I'll allow it that this will work. You do manage to make yourself towards it, unimpeded.
Yes. I am dashing as fast as I can.
Alright. Alright, so you're gonna be dashing for quite a while. Back to the top of the turn order, and Sola, it's your turn.
Okay. Person that's attacking, I'm gonna use slow. They need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. Yo, is he... Let's see. Oh crap, all my tabs. It's away. Back. Curse you! There you are. Let's see, wisdom. He rolled a 17. He passed.
Dang it. Let's see who the heck is after me.
Chaco than me.
Yep, okay. In that case, we're gonna do gonna give a bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration. There you go. Chaco, you get a bardic inspiration.
Neat.
All right. Anything else then for you, Solo?
I think that is it for me.
All right. Veska, it's your turn.
Alright. So this guy's pretty much right next to us on the shore, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. He harmed a horse. Veska's not happy. She just looks at him and says, you know, despite me being a doctor, I am a druid and I do revere nature in some semblance, and you just harmed nature. So I will not be held responsible for this. Inflict wounds.
All right.
And it didn't give me the option to. It didn't give me the option to cast at a higher level because I wanted to cast it at 3rd level
Ah.
for some reason.
Oh, so I cast it at 3rd level. Okay.
It's probably because you multicast.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's still a 10.
Yeah, that will miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Also, did you move up to actually be one-on-one with this guy?
I would have, yes.
Guess, gotta make sure. Because I have a lot of AoE spells, so I need to know who's around him.
That's why I asked if he was basically like right next to us, I would have done that, or if I needed to. I don't know how far away he was from me, so I would have just moved to take out the difference.
Yep.
Oh wait a minute, I have bardic inspiration. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, if you want to use your bardic inspiration. go for it.
What D is it?
Believe it is a D6.
It should be
a D6. Yes.
It should be a D8 at 5th level.
Oh, yeah. Oh, D6. Yep. It's,
Unless she multi-classed. Did you
I
multi-class?
did not. I think I am pure bard.
Expect you're all at 4th level?
5th.
Fifth. Yeah, so it is a D8.
Alright.
That's
11 will
tragic.
still miss.
Well, I don't think I have any bonus act.
All right.
Well, give me a second.
Okay.
You know what? She's just going to look at the person. You know what? She's just going to look at the person, this Zarok person, and just kind of shake her head. And she's going to walk over to our horse, and she's just going to say, "Don't worry, little one. I'll take care of you." Well, never mind. Actually, I can't do that because that's...
Yeah, level spell.
Yep, I had an idea in mind, but I forgot. This isn't Baldur's Gate logic. But yeah, she'll just say that, and that's turn.
All right. Rudy, it's your turn.
No.
Oh, predicates. I'm sorry. You're right, Vaughn.
Yeah, I was already prepared.
Yep. I'm sorry. I did the thing where I skipped the player who I was intending to, so my fault.
So Predicat's literally just like starts growling, and you'll see thorns erupt from this guy's skin as I use my free cast of Hex from my Hex magic feature to cast Hex on it. And I choose
All right.
dexterity saving throws. Not saving throws, dexterity checks for it.
All right.
And
Dexterity on.
Yep. And then running up, claws out, and there we go. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10 acid, and 1 second. 5 hex, so 15 damage altogether as I just take a chunk out of this guy.
Oof.
At which point he'll just look this thing down in the eyes, look at our unicorn, just go, "We are using that." And that's my turn.
As you look as you just dig your claws into this figure, as you get a closer look at him, you see that he's a gray-skinned half-orc with a blue hood covered with the cowl of reds and grays with darker clothing and a pair of daggers. Oh, you wanna fight, do ya? And as it falls upon Lorna's turn, you all see as she, in a flash of green light and leaves swirls around her, she vanishes as she teleports herself towards the central island. And you just see this half-orc who just looks down at it, it's just like, oh. I didn't know unicorns could do that. Fine. You'll have to do instead.
We'll have to do what? We'll have to do what?
As he's going to reach out and attempt to stab you twice, Predicates.
Oh boy, I don't have any of my protections up, so this will be hilarious.
Let's see. In the flurry, he's gonna attempt to stab you with both of his daggers. That's a
Does he have
17
to
on the-
move to do that?
No, because
I'm just curious.
I have to be, like, on him to do primal savagery. It's a 5-foot range.
Alright, never mind.
And yes, a 17 does hit.
Alright, so he only hits you with 1, so you take 5 plus 4, so 9 piercing damage as he makes a particularly strong stab against you.
Okay, now let me do a concentration check for Hex. That's a 20, so that's still up.
Alright. Alright. And then he is going to make a cunning action. Ooh. To disengage, duck out around away from you as he attempts to to flank around behind Veska.
I'll just say for flavor, you
And-
still see Predicott swing with one of his claws because he's got Warcaster.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Oh, did he move?
He did move, yes.
Oh, good.
Halo Spores, okay.
When a creature I can see moves into a space within 10 feet of me or starts its turn there, I could use my reaction to deal 1d4 necrotic damage to it unless it succeeds a con saving throw.
He fails.
Alright, so it takes a d4. He takes 2 necrotic damage.
Alright. Alright, and then cut to Sindara as she darts her way through the woods.
I would say, like, is it mine yet, or?
Oh, I'm completely sorry I skipped over you, Rudy. Yes, your turn now.
I'm like,
I'm sorry.
You
I went
skipped
from
me after you
skipping
skipped
to-
predicate.
I know. God, hit the board on that one. No,
The
skip
irony.
someone. Whoops.
The beautiful irony of that. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm gonna take mine now.
Yes,
And-
let's take yours now.
I deserve sneak attack damage for whatever I roll for that now. It's like you came completely out of nowhere. Anyway, where in terms of like I can get a position, where am I compared to this orc?
You will say you're within 10 feet of him. So you've got all the room you need in order to move around and get to him.
So, Hoshi, we hear stuff from your end. Up there it is. For flavor, anybody watching will see Brody go around to the back of where he is, and ice will start forming over his sword as he casts Ice Knife. That's a 12.
Alright, a 12 will miss. However, because the knife will explode, there's still going to be a dex save involved. And I'll need Predicates and Veska to also make the dex saves because you're right next to. Actually, no.
Yeah, he moved 10 feet away from
Predicates,
me, so
you're
I'm fine.
So it's just gonna be Veska and Veska. I need you to make a dex save as well.
Let's see. Beat a 12.
Alright.
I'm good.
Thanks to the power of the hex, he fails.
So I can roll damage on that then?
Actually, the hex only affects checks. It's Bestow Curse that does saves.
Oh. Let's see. Saving throw. Alright. Alright, so. Alright, so technically, since he did pass then, because I didn't realize it was disadvantage on throws. Or it wasn't on throws. So. Alright. Also, hello, Draco.
Hello.
Go ahead and roll initiative for me, as we are deep within combat right now.
All right.
So that means that I hit, so I'm gonna roll damage then.
A hasteful 17.
17, okay. So you
8
go
piercing, 7 cold, and let's see that sneak attack.
Sneak attack does not apply to Ice Knife because it is a spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
never mind.
Yeah,
And
Well,
the-
15 damage is
passed
still.
the dexterity save, and he missed on the throw, so he doesn't get any of the damage.
I was actually wondering about that. I was thinking the other day, does magical attack count for sneak attack? And now I know.
If it
Now I
did,
do too.
if it did, it would have already explained it in Arcane Trickster.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, I thought he said that he auto failed because of the hex then.
No.
Well, I thought it was, but it's not disadvantage on dex saves. It's unchecked.
Alright, well, dang it. That would have been really nice to get that 15 damage done.
Yeah. That's fine. So, back to the top of the turn order, and Sola.
Real quick, I'm gonna say that Rhodey moved another 20 feet. Just to try to get away from him. Because basically he tried to do it where he didn't get seen.
Okay. So you're currently 30 feet away from him. Gotcha. Alright,
Or
Sola.
I'm gonna try this one more time. Slow.
Alright. You rolled a 17 again.
Son
I'm
of a
sorry.
biscuit.
Is that with disadvantage?
Why would it be with disadvantage?
The Hex.
Hex only affects checks, and only a single one.
Oh.
It's only a first level spell, guys. It's not that powerful.
Alright. Alright, Sola. Well, I'm sorry about that. What else do you want to do?
We're gonna... We'll do another Bardic Inspiration. We'll do this on Predicates this time.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Alright, Bezka, it's your turn. Chaco?
I'm thinking about it. Has anybody taken a hit outside of the unicorn?
Me?
No. Oh, yeah.
Alright. Bonus action. Let's just do this at first level. Predicates, heal for 6.
Okay, I'm close to full.
And then, our cloaked friend is going to hear the familiar gong of the Undertaker. Has he taken damage?
Yes.
He has, yes.
Alright, so this is going to be a d12.
Alright.
He has to make a wisdom save or take 10 necrotic damage.
He fails and thus takes the damage.
Beautiful. Tick-tock, my friend. And that's my turn.
Alright. Next up is Predicates.
Predicates closes the distance. Same verse, same as the first. 15. And just to be on the safe side, I will... Actually, no. I can wait until after to find out if it's a hit or a miss. With Bardic
Alright,
Inspiration.
that will hit.
Sweet. So I save that, and then I'll use my bonus action. Well, first let's do the damage. That's 8. Then add Hex. Number 5. And I'm going to spend 3 of my Nature's Might to roll another 3d4. So give me a second here.
Okay.
So another 8. So that's 16, 21 points of damage.
Alright. He's going to use his uncanny dodge, and he's just... As your claws still manage to rake it, he does manage to bend so that it manages to lessen the impact of it.
At which point, Predicates
But that
will look...
still wasn't do it.
That's it. Predicates just look him in the eye. No, I think you'll do for sending a message. And that's my turn.
Alright. Dumph, it's now your turn. So here's what's happened so far since the start of combat. This hooded figure sprung out, attacked Lamorna, the unicorn. After surprises had happened, she has teleported away to the center island, away from everyone. And he's now intent on finding all of you. So, what do you do?
Draco.
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 Oh, there we go.
If I turn my mic back on, I had pizza, so I took a bite while it wasn't my turn, and I forgot to turn it back on. But anyway, I did ask, how's this figure looking health-wise? Is he looking haggard yet, or...?
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking very bloodied and haggard.
Okay. In that case, I think I'm gonna hit him with, Let's see, it's 30 feet away. Oh yeah, that's another good point. How far away am I from the individual since this is theater of the mind right now?
Within 30 feet, I say.
Okay, then I can definitely get out a hollowing curse on him. He needs to make a dex saving throw or take 5 necrotic damage.
He fails.
Alright. A black tendril shoots out from Domp's teapot and wraps around him. This is like Witch Bolt, so I just get a free D12 of damage every turn that he stays alive now. As long as I'm concentrating on it. And, as a bonus action, I think that's it for my turn right now.
Alright. Next up is Rudy.
I'm gonna make it simple. Like, from where I'm at, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. Does 14 hit.
hits. Yes, it does.
And that's 8 force damage.
Alright. Rudy, describe how you take down this hooded figure.
Alright, since I always like flavoring my Eldritch Blast, as anyone should. He points his sword straight at the orc, and what looks like a miniature roadrunner basically shoots out of it and decapitates him.
Me.
And it is mine. He goes, "Have I mentioned I love the fact that you let me do that?"
You just hear a chuckle in your mind as you press the question.
I'm gonna mention it more. It's fun.
And as the spiritual roadrunner dashes forth and leaves, an impressive hole in the chest of this half-orc.
No, he aimed for the head.
Oh, aim for the head?
Yep.
He manages to drop to a knee, barely withstand, but you just see him collapse onto the floor. And as the dust settles, that'll take us out of combat.
See if he had anything on him.
You read my mind.
I hope not.
As you go to search him, make an investigation check.
Me?
Yeah, anybody who wants to search this individual.
And investigation. 10.
5.
Investigation. Why not?
All right,
13.
let's see. I guess between the three of you, the first thing that you notice that kind of slumped towards the off to the side on his belt, you do see there is a bottle with some sort of liquid that is kind of tied off on it. Is resting right next to a small pouch. And as you look over at his effects, I have to double check what he's all got there. Apologies. Thither.
Also, while you do that, give me a second here. I need to refresh stream and also reopen all my character sheets. So give me a second.
Okay, that's fine, Vaughn. Let's see, as you look around on his stuff, aside from the potion bottle that's on his back, you also find that he has a pair of daggers and a garrote wire, which he has in a small pouch.
Hmm. Don't have identify, but could I roll an Arcana check to see if I figure out what the potion is?
Let's see.
Or I suppose, I guess, get a basic vibe for what it is?
Let me check here. Very description of what it's like. As you kind of look at this potion, as you get a better look at it, it looks like it's empty, but as you move it around, you do feel like there's something sloshing in there.
So the fluid of this potion is invisible. Maybe it's an invisibility potion.
That's fun.
Who wants an
Effie, very. Mine.
I imagine that Rhodey just grabs it out of Tom's hand while he's holding
You
it.
didn't even get to finish the sentence.
Who wants yoink?
Wait, are you telling a bard that or a rogue that he gets to be invisible? Where does he sign up?
No Infernal deals with this one.
The Sindarity of the scuffle has stopped.
By the time you manage to join up with them, yeah, you see that the dust has settled.
What happened?
So how do we get the hold of the unicorn again?
Yeah,
So-
that's a good question. Hopefully she didn't go away too far.
Points to the center of the lake, which is several hundred feet away.
I mean, I imagine it's easy as the same way we got there the first time, just get suited up as unicorns and go back.
I only have one-way trip back, so I'm not going. And he just drops down Indian style.
She could hear us, right?
Let me double check.
Or is it she too far away to be an earshot? I just realized, Plan A, we could just shout, "Hey, the coast is clear."
Would it be more dangerous for her to be over here versus over there?
True. He's definitely safer over there.
But she's coming with us to kill a hag, so wherever she goes, she'll be in danger.
Yeah.
Sindar just has like a light bulb over here. Oh, Skylar. And she starts walking back.
Where was Skylo all that time?
Whole
So-
lot of... Go ahead.
I know this might sound odd, Milla Ninja, I don't know why I did the whole thing. Anyway.
I feel like my mother scolded me.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Full legal name, damn.
My apologies. Anyway, what would you say, like, cost-wise, as far as gold, what would a costume cost?
What would it cost to what?
A costume cost.
Oh, a costume cost. I thought you said cost to cost as opposed to what will the costume cost?
Nope.
Let's see. Zoom. Search. Come on. So look up costs of costumes.
Because I'm pretty sure you get one like automatically with a disguise kit, so I don't know how much a disguise kit costs.
To depend on the costume in general. Like, a unicorn costume specifically that's 2 parts probably would cost more than, say, like, a noble costume.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Fashion after a particular costume for entertaining. 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces? Cool. Zola kind of ponders for a moment as she's looking down at Predicats, and she's like, you know, I might be able to try something. Make you get over there.
He'll just point out that I can already go for free. It's getting back that's the issue. And not so much the costume, it's the effort required. You'll remember last time, he literally just summoned a thorny fish, grabbed onto its fin, and had pull him across because the river already considers him a unicorn because of his horns.
No.
But only 2 spell slots because Warlock.
What, are you not able to swim?
I was literally created and animated to protect a literal grove.
Well, then what's the problem with swimming?
The last body of water I was ever around was less than an inch deep.
So you can't swim?
Yes.
You could have just led with that.
I thought I would let the surroundings of my creation speak for themselves.
I mean,
Well,
I suppose a grove could have a body of water, but doesn't necessarily mean it would.
A sacred grove to the Bramble Queen. The
Well, it still
choking,
doesn't mean
stinging
anything.
roots.
That's fair. Hadn't considered that.
Well, I mean, she's a
That's-
queen, and, you know, if she could have water.
I mean, brambles traditionally don't have lots of bodies of water around them.
Traditionally,
think.
but that doesn't mean it's impossible.
Like,
Anyway, well, never mind then.
As you're kind of pondering some of the stuff, you do hear some light splashing as you look over and you see that Lamorna is slowly treading her way through the water. And as you kind of look over at her, you notice that she's actually... It's not like she's wading through the water. It's like she's gently stepping on top of the water. And by the time you get back, Veska, you notice that the wounds that were on her front from this figure would be assassin maybe are gone.
Medicine check.
I'll allow either medicine or nature or arcana.
I have +10 in medicine, so I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
18.
Based on how, even with those wounds, you suspect that magic. There's probably some form of magic that healed this unicorn.
Regeneration, potentially. Or something
Potentially.
similar. Well, good to see that you're healed.
Thank you from stopping that being as she just. You hear within your mind as she, you know, stings with that at the mention of creature as she looks down at the body of her would-be assassin. Only fools or truly fiendish creatures would even make any efforts to attack a unicorn.
I was going to say that seems pretty. This seems like a pretty rare situation. Hmm.
Makes me wonder if they've sought out my horn for some infernal reason, just as though the heart of my mate were missing.
It is possible. I mean, they already used your mate's horn for the ritual. Maybe they're planning on doing it again, or using your horn for some other nefarious purpose.
Shudder to think what may happen. But again, you have my thanks. Would I ask that you please make any efforts to seek out Eladon or seeking out Sabrina?
Hmm.
Did you cut out there, Draco, or?
Oh, no. I was looking through my notes to refresh myself.
Oh, okay.
Zaplina is one of the hags, right? That's Granny Nightshade.
No, actually,
No.
Zablina was their sister,
Ah,
who was in
that's
charge of Trismere.
right. That's the Archfey that's currently MIA.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
certainly see what we can do.
Miller, do I have to make any checks for that?
Oh, for
In the Roll20 chat.
oh, okay. Yeah, you two managed to make that work, and yeah, you two lead Skyla back to the group. Oh god, that's absolutely adorable.
And now Bear Licorn.
An Albercorn.
As if owlbears weren't bad enough. Now give them unicorn powers. Majestic, but also horrifying.
How do you use mortar attack?
I'm sorry. That's a slow burner of the one.
That
Has just made a eunuch. Has made a Rhyhorn. All right. So, yeah. Does anybody else have any other questions or, anything else they would like to ask Lamarna while she's here?
Seems you can walk across the water. Is it possible you can help us get back onto the mainland?
Oh no, she already made her way back towards you, so
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
she's back on the shore with the rest of you.
That was my misunderstanding, yeah.
Does the time it takes an owlbear to tread water across a several 100-foot lake count for a short rest?
She's just taking the laps and the walkies.
No, actually, yeah, that's the wrong question. Does it count for a long rest? Because I mean, it is an owl bear.
Good question.
For a short rest, I'll say yes.
Thanks. I get
Fair
back my
enough.
spells and my nature's might.
I don't know if she would know, but does she have any idea how we could possibly help Zablina? Or 'cause she's like frozen thanks to the Hourglass Coven, right? Maybe not like exactly the words, but indisposed at the very least.
All right. Have to double check notes real quick. Da-da. So, just as a quick refresher, she told you that the maid prisoner was belonged to Zablina, was usurped by her sisters. That the hex of the hourglass covered captured Eldon, used his horn to imprison Sablina in the Palace of Desire.
That's right. It's been a bit.
So she suspects that his horn might be needed to free Sablina, but she doesn't know where either of them are. She suspects that Eldon's probably their prisoner.
I also forgot if we got them to agree to help us in our guerrilla attack with the children against the hag. That's the last thing I remember us doing, I'm being honest.
Well, she did offer to, allow you to bathe in the pool to remove the exhaustion and the minor curses that you guys had as a result of your missing items. So there was that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I don't think she said she'd join us in battle.
No, she would not join you in battle, but...
And I forget, does that also count to the number of nightmares we have left?
I don't believe that counts towards that, but, being able to, light non-magical fires, the knocking on doors, all those minor curses are gone.
Yay, the ability to tie a knot I was using so thoroughly.
Yes.
I mean, you weren't using it because you didn't have the capacity to, but now think of all the knots you'll tie.
Stone grinding head turn from prey to cuts. That was sarcasm.
Ah.
I'm just reminded of that scene from that one Winnie the Pooh movie when everybody's in the hole and they look up to Piglet. Piglet, can you not? No, can you not? I cannot. So you cannot. No, I cannot not.
The real question is who's on first?
But yeah, well, with that cleared up, is there anything else that we were left to, check out or traverse to before we just head over to try to coordinate the hag attack?
I think that's the last thing.
Think so. Avatar.
All right. Yeah, I think that was the only other thing was to meet up with Will and the Getaway Gang and coordinate your attack. Air quotes on Loomlurch.
All right, so it sounds like that's what we're gonna do.
All right.
Yep.
Also, Draco, I sent you a DM if you could check that real quick.
Alright, as you guys make your way from the Wayward Pool, you manage to cross the stream a couple times, and as you make your way across, you hear a rustle coming in from some shrubs that are ahead of you, and the first thing you notice that as you, Pesca, you would be the first to notice this. You see a form of an old man just kind of peek his way through this underbrush, but the first thing you notice is that he looks really, really tall, but as he makes his way forward, oh, it looks like an older centaur. You know, the upper body of a man and the lower body of a horse. And eventually you all see this figure make his way out from the brush as he has an old walking stick as he makes his way towards you. Oh, well, Matt.
Oh,
And
hello,
this figure begins
sir.
to approach you. This realm is fading. You should return to your home world before this disappears entirely.
It's fading. Why?
I don't know why, but ever since the mists were enveloping around the land, the rest of my tribe were able to escape before I could, but I am trapped here. You should return to your old world before this disappears entirely.
Fortunately, we have a job to do, and it's going to take a while.
We have some business to take care of. Besides, I don't really have a home to be going to, so... Tom just sort of shrugs, smile on his face.
Oh, unfortunate.
If it makes anything better for you, we are trying to do something about this fog. Namely, deal with the hags that control these lands.
I pray that you're successful. If you do seek more answers, you could make your way towards the Wayward Pool. And he basically points back to the direction from which you came.
Oh, we came from there, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just killed an orc over there.
Trying to attack the unicorn of the lake. We obviously weren't going to let that happen.
Well, I'm glad you were able to save her. She's too good for this realm. She should not be gone so soon. Well, best of luck to you. Maybe I should seek some answers as to my predicament. Or better ones, I should say. And as he nods and regards you, he begins to trot behind you and back the way you came. Or back
Oh.
the way you came.
We never got your name, sir.
Winterbow.
Winterbow. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We're the Witchlight Brigade.
Well, carry on then. As he just kind of nods and regards you then as he departs. Alright. And as you begin to depart from Winterbow, that's actually a good time for you to take a break real quick. So I'm going
Sounds
to grab
good.
some drinks, and then I'll be back.
All right.
And I don't.
That's actually perfect because I do need to go get my laundry. I'll be right back.
And I just realized I totally forgot to actually put up my BRB screens for my regular stream, so I have to do that after this.
Well,
Yeah, that's a thing. That's what happened
It
with
happens.
computers.
I mean, it could be worse. You could have did what I did last Wednesday and not have my microphone on for the entire campaign. Well, it was a one shot.
Yeah.
One shot until the very last moment of it. When someone in chat finally said, "Hey Draco, we can't hear you."
Yeah, that was interesting.
And
This is
that's
a
why,
fun one shot.
and that's why I record in OBS. So that way, unless I turn my mic off in OBS, it'll still be recorded for YouTube.
Well, see, the problem was it wasn't necessarily it was muted. It was that I was on the wrong microphone. So it was my laptop microphone that was far away from me and couldn't actually record me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I will also be right back because I must do the bathroom. So I'll be back in a moment.
All right. I suppose I could refill my water. I mean, it's almost at the halfway point.
I am once more returned. Seems like that's also why I haven't currently still activated Windows. I can run my computer without it, and that's what I'm doing. Though, annoyingly, I still can't uninstall Windows Edge. Or Microsoft
The best
Edge.
browser for downloading another browser.
Mm-hmm. What is my function? To download Opera GX. Oh my god.
I'm just so glad I finally got to get it off of my default browser. I hate it so much. But yes, it was I definitely had fun being able to finally just be like, yes, I have one attack. It will very much hurt if I hit it though, which is most of what Predicats is. That's also why I didn't make him Pact of the Claw. Also, for those who know, we just finished the most recent series of Pack Tactics. That will be the last episode will be up on YouTube soon. I've been waiting on some stuff to get a whole batch of streams up at once, so I will get that up as soon as possible.
Ooh. Very nice.
Now I have to reteach myself how to not click on anything like that has sound. Now that I can actually have multiple browsers up and check things between streams and breaks. Okay, that's what I need to bring up here. Sheet up. But yeah, so how's everyone's week going?
It's been going good.
Others at work again.
Also, Robot, don't think I see what you just did there. You're lucky I like you.
I have returned.
Welcome back. I was literally just about to say, My natural curse is I hate puns, but I surround myself with nothing but people who like puns. In chat and in stream. This is my personal
Where-
hell.
I don't know why you do it, but I'm glad you do.
No, I don't do it intentionally. It just happens.
Hey, at least you're not playing on Draco's channel where we have an actual pun redeem.
Yeah,
Wait, no.
for 500 channel points, I will read a random pun that I have in my disposal.
Thank you, Draco. You've basically told me to never play in a game with you on your channel. I love you, but you basically just told me how to avoid a new version of my personal hell.
You know what? At least I gave you some perspective. It could be worse.
Now that I think about it, no one has redeemed puns in a while.
It's true. Someone
I mean-
might just be saving up.
I mean, we do have a game tomorrow.
Very true. Anyone could come into the game tomorrow and just unload a mass amount of puns.
All right, chat, you heard it here first. You know what your job is.
No?
Oh, what a terrible punishment it would be.
I am back.
All I can say is
Apparently-
this. I got my one time where I got to turn all of the pun pain around on all the people in the rest of the party during Pack Tactics this year, where we were in a forest, not forest, a jungle, influenced by Kuatoa. But as we all know, Kuatoa are not very smart. So we had to deal with
No.
things like bee holders. Let that sink in. Bee holders.
Welcome to Applebee's. You like apples or bees?
Yeah, and then also, why does that tree have a mouth on it? Be careful, its bark might be worse than its bite.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Every low-hanging pun I could inflict on them because of the situation of, oh no, this could actually be real. I was just sitting there feeling their pain and feeding off of it. And the best part is, none of that was actually intentional by our pun-loving DM. He had one, and that was the easiest one to figure out, which was a babbling brook, which is a brook you put your head into, and you get a random wiki article.
It's hilarious.
It would have only been better, but CG was having to pull up wiki articles at random, just like generate, but kept doing like existing people in our world instead of just random things. So it'd be like, one second.
Pull up a random one. Why am I getting the Wikipedia for Dungeons and Dragons? That'd be really meta.
Mm.
Robo, please, no.
See, if that happens, then the character has to take psychic damage from reality being peeled back.
Yeah, the one issue is that you have to hold your head underwater long enough to hear the actual only 3 words that mattered, which were ominous and like scary. But then he forgot that he was playing with someone in a group that's playing a Warforged who doesn't have to breathe and just laid down perpendicular to the brook and just listened.
I will acquire all of this knowledge, and there is nothing you can do to stop me.
But yeah, it sounds like we've got pretty much everyone back, right?
Yep, I just got back. I had to go get my laundry real quick.
Yep, I'm back.
All right. Well, then, Noah, if you would.
Just double checking. Caitlin, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, now we are.
Chaco, Draco, are you guys here?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. That's it. This. That.
Well, you-
Look up the rest here. My apologies.
No worries. While you're prepping, this song kind of slaps.
Kind of give the just the right amount of atmosphere
Mm.
for depending where you guys at to go to next. All right. So as you make your way through this part of the forest is at its darkest here. Up ahead, a colossal dead oak lies outside. 3 living trees grow naturally out of its fallen remains. Their shapes resemble towers, with candlelit windows twinkling in the gloom and wooden balconies encircling gnarled branches. On one side of the fallen tree, firelight spills from a pair of quaint storefront windows, illuminating a clearing filled with merchant stalls. And as you make your way closer to here, you hear a psst, over here. And as you look around, you see Will of the Feywild, the Getaway Gang, and Star are all here.
Ah, excellent. Dumph will head over to all of them. All right, so do you have any idea of the layout here?
Well, as I have to. Sorry. Oh, excellent! I am now full screened on this.
Oh,
Let's see. As opposed to windowed mode. I have to double check what hit this.
By the way, above game Milla, thank you for invoking my Oblivion PTSD with that. If you know, you know.
If I know, I know, I know. Well. As you look down to Will, he begins to give out kind of a rough sketch of the down logs and the 3 various trees that are kind of scattered about as kind of towers on here. So, things of note. You have the 3 towers that are over here. Off to the... hold on. So you look up. The lurch. Geez, I'm just realizing maps. Loaded. There we go. Well, you see that the stalls are over here as it kind of points towards the south end, and you kind of point off towards the distance and you see, oh yeah, you can barely make out a couple of tents in the distance. So you look down on here. Her main garden. As you see, look down at the series of logs over on the left side of the fallen logs, you see it's got various animals kept over here, as well as some of her garden over on this side to the west.
It'd be a good distraction to just free all the animals and see what happens.
Also, maybe. But over here, and he denotes in between the second and the third towers that are kind of towards the central and the northeastern side. Over here is where the toy shop is, where she keeps the children that make the toys for her.
All right.
Our plan is to go over to here, and he points out towards the garden. Over here are a set of scarecrows that are used to sound the alarm.
Okay.
Scabatha, Granny Nightshade, is usually over here, and she kind of points towards the southern part of the log. Her red area is over here. If you were to talk to the stalls over here, talk with them about setting up a meeting with Granny Nightshade.
Hmm.
If you get them over to here, and she points towards the southern log, we will set up the distraction over the garden over here. And then, after the alarm is going off, and then she goes to investigate, you can go up to here, to the workshop, and bring the children out.
All right.
And then after that's all done, we will meet back outside the woods down here.
Okay.
We should wait until tomorrow to do this.
Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Get a good rest, make sure we're at our top and best.
You say as you watch him lick a wound on his forearm from being stabbed?
Yes. Very much so. I think we all could use a break.
And that said, I would like to reiterate something from our last plan that did not go as planned. Use your magic sparingly.
Noted.
So I had no magic.
Which is why you nearly died last time.
It's my magic. I'll use it how I please.
Oh, my God, there was a gelatinous cube.
Just gonna pinch the bitch of his nose and be like, I'm just going to leave you all for dead. Okay, let's just go to sleep. Let's just go to sleep.
As far as other things that she has at her disposal, she has scattered about as guards, small toy soldiers, tin soldiers as they are basically the majority of her grunts.
In soldiers, you say? Doff's eyes begin to light up. Funnily enough, I'm missing one of those that she took from me.
Whether it's active or not, either it's got walking about, or she might have it as one of her prizes, perhaps. Maybe she took it from some and has it stashed somewhere. Maybe.
Maybe. I would like Lieutenant Steve back.
We don't have to fight it. Usually how these things go, isn't it?
If we have to fight Lieutenant Steve, there is no force that will stop me from breaking her. I'm sorry, I went to a very dark place there. What did I say?
No. Stay. Use that.
Yes, no, you sounded actually very competent. I like that.
That's the most confident I think either of us have heard you all the time we've known you. Use that determination to help us win. Jesus, what the hell am I saying?
You're being logical. I'm starting to like you more.
I don't know if I like it.
Alright, this is good. We have a plan. We'll enact it tomorrow.
Here's one thing I'm going to warn everybody. It comes from years, sadly, of experience. Plans can only go so far until the first punch is thrown. If anything goes south, then we'll have to rely on each other and not attack each other. He looks directly at Predicast.
Predicast is yawning and filling his hand full of cicadas and then eating the cicadas.
Right.
No, you'll have I'll have your guys' back, you have mine. But if something happens, we're gonna have to figure it out together.
Right.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
We'll just kind of ponders it. Just to make this easy, there's going to be 3 parts to this plan. There's going to be the approach, the distraction, and the escape. So, to reiterate. Bobby, Sloan, Settle, Star. You 3 are going to make your way to the woods on the west side of the tree, just outside of Screaming Scarecrow. Meanwhile, I'll sneak around to the entrance of the kitchen on the east side of the tree, and he just kind of points over to here. While that's going on, you're going to enter the market. You'll be poisonous travelers. You maybe buy some sweets, set up a meeting with the hag. While that's going on, they, and he points to the rest of the kids, will set off the scarecrows and lure the tin soldiers into the garden. Then, while everyone's distracted, you can make your way to the workshop, while I head to the textile mill, and I'll free the slaves there. And then once everyone is safe, we'll all meet back at the Look.
You are taking on many things. I will give you some things. As you watch Predicast pull from, behind his belt, 2 wands. This one creates 4 lights for a very short amount of time, and this one can do various trinket effects 8 times. And he just hands off his wand of dancing lights and his wand of prestidigitation, because he's never going to use them. The kids might have some use for them in this distraction.
Very true.
I like it. I appreciate the help. He'll graciously take the wands.
Another thing I want to bring to the floor here. With Bevlorna, we had a problem with her vanishing. Should I prepare detect magic to see if she's either going invisible or disappearing when things get hairy, or hold off on that?
If you have that ability, prepare it now, because we might need it later.
I mean, I do have it, but I can either cast it with my own energy or do the ritual, which takes longer, obviously. I can make sure I have the energy to cast Detect Magic in the moment.
I say prepare it.
Sindara will say that prepare it. If she does not vanish in thin air, if she's still there, tell me where she's at.
Will do.
That being said, I've gained a new power.
Oh.
Now when I summon my smokes, I can once teleport up to 5 creatures to anywhere within that smoke I want.
Oh.
So if I ever do that and you're within the realms, I will shout out, "Get ready," at which point, prepare to attack whatever's directly in front of you. They won't see it coming.
I can't help myself. Persona 5's battle track immediately starts playing. You'll never see it coming.
But yeah, above game, new invocation. Wanderers in the Mist.
Witchlight Brigade's all-out attack.
Fuck, I hate that you're right.
The music that plays in my head is the Dragon Ball Super theme song. Don't stop getting up.
Hell yeah.
Also a good pull.
But at that point, Predicat's just leaning up wherever, like we are, laying down and just preparing to sleep.
Dump will do the same, and poor T. I don't think anyone has exhaustion at the moment, but...
I do.
Oh,
You should know.
well then by
because
all means.
the lake was supposed to wash that away.
Yeah,
Oh,
the lake
Well, it
got
does
rid of your
remove-
exhaustion.
A level of exhaustion.
That's a good point. How many levels did you have?
I only had one, so never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's just tea for anyone who wants a nice cup of tea before bed.
It is tea. It's only tea.
It's been a bit since we played. I've forgotten about that.
That's fair.
You're going to do the long rest, and Dark's going to snuggle up to the owlbear.
So it sounds like we're taking a long rest, Milla.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Every time we were doing a long rest in my head is the Final Fantasy VII theme for a rest.
You know,
For me, it's the Pokemon center noise.
dun, 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 dun. But a thought just occurred to me. I have some temporary hit points from killing something a while back. The feature that gives me that doesn't necessarily say that it expires at any point. Do I just keep that?
10 points last till a long rest.
Oh, well, never mind then. It didn't say in the feature, so I was like, wait.
I know a lot of people don't keep it, like, factor in that there's very specific temp hit point rules, and so you gotta, like, keep track of them.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, there was.
Okay.
I'm just realizing that I'm just messing around with Fog of War settings because that was one of the things I wish I would have had time to before the session started. So I'm just working on the map currently.
Ah, fair enough.
No worries. You know, a thought occurs to me too. I just had another one. The new jump gate thing is out. We could update this to have effects, which could be cool. I mean, obviously not right now because we're in the middle of the game, but like they have all these cool effects where you like measure out your breath weapon and it shoots a fire effect. Pretty neat.
It was. I had fun playing with it.
More map.
All good, Milla, take
On
your
the
time.
map.
Actually made me realize I need to go check something real quick, so I'm looking that up. Oh yeah, well, it'll be interesting because last time we fought a hag we leveled, so I'm looking forward to it because I'm a caster, so 6 levels very fun for me.
Wow.
That's right. I need to look up, see what I'm getting at 6th level. I mean, theoretically we'll be getting that soon.
Again,
Oh,
I'm not in a rush for it, it's just that I'm a warlock and I get some cast certain number of days time spells with this subclass, and I'm looking forward to them.
I get to start my cross class next
See,
level.
At 6th level, I get another class feature. Let's see.
Also, thank you, chat, for bearing with us.
Yep, thank you, chat. Hey.
Slowly.
Oh, Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna get guidance at 6th level. I mean, it's not a big thing, but I can just give people guidance, and that's pretty neat. I love what the name of the feature is, too. Friendly advice. It'll also give me message and prestidigitation if I didn't already have prestidigitation.
Also, I see a friend in chat, so sorry, man. I gotta take the shot.
Hello, Zan.
Yes, welcome back, Zan.
Hey, Zane.
Hey, Zan.
Yeah, turns out several people in the Those Who Wander game all have birthdays in October and in the same week. So that was interesting to find out today.
Interesting.
Guess who else has a birthday in October?
You?
Yes, your boy.
Are you early or late October?
The 9th. So
Oh.
early.
Oh, you're wow. So, Skeleton Alpha is today. So if you see him, wish him a happy birthday. Did a birthday stream. Me, my birthday's Saturday, and then you, Milla, are 2 days after me.
Well, very early birth miss to you all.
Yes.
It's also funny because my dad is also his birthday is also a week after mine. So
Also, we're all in the strike. Also, we're all in the strike zone of the most common birthday because people who are born in the first week and a half of October are all people who were conceived during New Year's.
or just after.
Yeah.
The one part of birthdays you don't want to think about.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm adopted. I don't give a shit. I was considered a mistake, so I don't give a fuck what they think.
I was a Valentine's Day baby.
I'm not too far off then. I was born in November.
I was too.
No, the fun fact about my birthday is that I was born on at the end of June, which is actually among some of the rare birthdays in the world.
Same.
Also, actually, fun fact: this year my birthday will literally be the day after Thanksgiving.
Ah,
It's Thanksgiving.
enjoy your Cyber Monday. Which, in all honesty, as people who all stream, having a birthday on Cyber Monday, you can just tell your family you have no excuse. I've made this easy for you.
And it's also on a Friday, so Thanksgiving's a Thursday, the 29th is Friday, and Survivor Series is the 30th in November, so that's going to be a fun 3 days for me.
Yeah, my youngest birthday last year was on Thanksgiving, on the 23rd. And then my birthday's on the 10th, the day before Veterans Day. So I always get a 3-day or 4-day for my birthday, so I'm always getting fucked up drunk.
I actually hit my 90 days at work, so I should see if I actually have any vacation time or PTO, and I can just put in for the 29th.
Okay, so I think I've got that pretty much set up. So as I go ahead and take you guys on over finally to the Loom Lurch map.
Just gotta wait for it to load. Okay, give me a second here. I need to clear some stuff off my desk real quick so I can see this a little bit better.
If you guys go ahead and place yourselves on the bottom part of the map. As you make your way on down, you see a narrow bridge formed by tangled tree roots spans a rocky, dried-up riverbed.
By the way, I should mention, since we did have a long rest, do we need to roll the nightmare counters?
That is a good point.
Let's see. I think if you had any more of those days left, I think you still need to.
I mean, I've got 2.
I've got 3.
I have exactly 1.
Alright. Alright, wisdom saves then.
Alright.
9.
I'll take that 22.
I'll take a 17.
Alright, Predicats. And Duff, you pass your saves. Duff, you are no longer hunted by your nightmares.
Oh, thanks the gods.
Alright,
All
well,
right.
I guess we're gonna start heading into the market area.
I think he's still missing Soba.
No, I'm here.
On the
Oh,
map.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see you on the map.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me just fix that. Where the heck are we?
All the way at the
There.
bottom.
Very bottom.
And there's Skyla.
At which point, Predicats will walk over to Dolph, pull him, put him in the front. We need people who can talk.
Right.
And he's not gonna go try to pick up Sola because he knows he's gonna get kicked.
Yep.
And probably before we even walk up to her, I was gonna feed the baby.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe do that not so close to, the people we need to negotiate with.
Yeah, that's what I said before we walked up here. I have 1 body left.
Well, hey, maybe we'll restock. We'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah.
I mean, they left a perfectly untouched orc.
You're right.
Looks at them. Be better responsible.
Mm.
And it's only fair.
But yeah, I think we're gonna start heading in now.
Yep.
Alright. As you make your way out to the market, 3 stalls selling candy are situated in this clearing, lit by windows carved into the giant fallen tree to one side of it. 2 goblins are working in each stall, and the whole enterprise is watched closely by a goblin with a toffee apple head who appears to be muttering quietly to himself.
Quaint. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as you all make your way across these root bridges, they sway quite a bit, and they creak very loudly as you make your way across. So, but they manage to hold all of your weight.
Sound like a
Even
witch from...
Skyla.
They sound like the witch from freaking Banjo and Kazooie.
Is Scabatha just Gruntilda?
She should be.
Shrugs. That's for
Does
me
that-
to know and you to find out.
Does that mean we're going to get Witchlight 3 nuts and bolts?
Yes.
Which-
Man, I
Which,
can't wait for the car race. Let's go.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm honestly waiting on Witchlight 3E.
Well, no, that's... But I just realized you could actually do that by just running all of the, like, Inferno stuff from Avernus.
Oh my god, you're right. I forgot Avernus had the friggin' Mad Max section.
Oh yeah. Let's see, Terry. You can also do it with Terry. Pterodactyl Land can be basically taking stuff from Cholt. What even would be Mumbles Mountain?
Icewind Dale.
Oh, that'd be Hailfire Peaks.
But yeah, we've kind of come up here.
Alright. So I'm imagining the stands have like different candy based on which stand. What do we see just from a perusal from walking up here?
As you make your way up, you see there are some suckers that look like they have beetles encased in them. You do see some, It looks like worms that haven't made it, or like jellied worms. You do see some other ones that are, It's weird. There's like a whole bunch of different stuff. You see there's one that's... It looks like... Kind of looks like cotton candy, but as you look at it, there's like spiders that are kind of darting around it.
As Sindara's looking at all the candy, her mouth is starting to water.
Cotton candy with some protein in it.
Meanwhile,
some
Prey
suckers.
I'm just throwing this in Discord. That's the wrong one. Fuck you, Discord.
I've done that many times. Don't worry.
Point is, this is an absolute win because Predacot's just like, oh, look at all this protein.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me sitting here thinking I've absolutely seen those lollipops with bugs in them in IRL.
I have too. I live near Mexico.
I have too.
I haven't.
Sindara's mouth is just watering because she's a candy fiend.
Yeah.
You also see a bunch of chocolate-covered crickets with cinnamon on them.
See, Rhodey would actually be really, really interested in that because he likes crickets. He hasn't made that apparent yet.
Noah, I have an important question.
Yes, Jocko.
Is there popcorn?
That's an important question that I actually need to know that.
Above Gabe, would her dad tell her the horrors of popcorn?
Yes.
When tucking her in at night when she was just, never eat popcorn. Why? Trust me. Trust me.
They kill you from the inside.
Why do we serve it at the circus? We don't.
Why did you say burn it with fire?
It's better this way.
But at this point,
Okay. There is one thing that is for sale here. It is in boxes. It's not exactly popcorn, but have you guys ever seen what like burnt Asian beetles are?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I have.
One of the stalls sells that, but it's all buttered up.
which stall?
We'll say the middle stall.
Okay. Predacots will nudge Domf to do something while he just walks over here. How much?
Well, for a trinket, you can get any of the candy you want.
A trinket. Predacots will take off the dirty top hat that he's been wearing this entire time because I forgot to take it off my sheet. Hand it to him. Will this get me a box?
Sure, that works.
Mm.
One of the goblins just kind of looks over. Hey, look, Chucklehead, look what we got. Oh yeah, that looks rather great.
He nods approval, takes his box, and just goes to walk over here and wait for the thinkers to do things.
Which stall has the suckers?
Oh, yes, I would like to know that too.
The first one.
Perfect. Dom's gonna walk up to these goblins, and he's going to pull out a box full of eyes. How much could I get for this?
You can have one beetle pop. And he just pulls out this comically large lollipop that's got a beetle in the middle of it.
It is a big lollipop. Sold.
Sindara just looks at Trade as she pulls out 10 lollipops from her bag.
All right. So you have your candies.
Dom will start eating it and look at the goblin. So, you know, I was wondering, we wanted to speak with the head here, Granny Nightshade, I believe. Wanted to discuss something with her. Who would we see about that?
As you begin to talk, as you suck on the candy, Dom, you notice that your mouth really begins to foam. It makes it difficult for you to speak, but it's not impossible. So it's like...
He's gonna take the candy out now that it's foaming.
And you find that your mouth is still foaming. Even after the sucker is out.
Sindara slowly pulls her lollipops away. Never mind.
No, I don't know what I was expecting here.
Yeah, I was gonna go get some crickets, but that it made me think twice.
Is anything happening with Praedycats? Because he was literally just popcorn eating, watching them do stuff.
Oh.
Oh no! Every time he says that, that's not a good thing.
As you begin to stack on the crickets. Predicates. You feel your body begin to shrink and contort, and you all see that as Predicates eats the crickets, he just drops it, and he turns into a butterfly.
Well, that's not good.
Alright.
What do you mean? It's an improvement.
I'm assuming that these are crayfish. I'm going to probably have to spend some magic to get him back.
No. Remember,
That
he said we shouldn't use magic.
no, he said we should use magic sparingly. Don't put words in his mouth.
No.
That.
I mean, he wouldn't want us to use magic on him.
He says do not waste our magic on frivolous things.
I think making him not a butterfly isn't a waste.
Also making it.
I'm sorry, Dom. I'm sorry, Dom. I just can't understand you.
Also, making it where Dom can actually talk is also a very good, important use of magic.
It's gonna be too sloth, but
Vesco will hold out her finger for butterfly predicates to land on.
The angriest you could ever picture a butterfly. Blares on.
It sounds like a children's book. The angriest little butterfly.
No, you know what I'm imagining?
For the author who brought you The Hungriest Caterpillar comes a sequel, The Angriest Butterfly.
Like, you know those moths who have, like, the death's head on them? That's his wings.
No, you know it's not a butterfly, it's a ladybug, but remember the ladybug from A Bug's Life?
Yes.
Yes.
That is who I'm picturing for Pretty Cat right now. Shut up! Being a ladybug makes me a girl! Is that it, Flyboy?
Yikes! She's a guy!
God, I haven't watched A Bug's Life in years.
It's not a good movie to rewatch, honestly.
Yeah. Late 90s CG is definitely a thing.
That being
Yeah,
said, we should
but-
probably figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
What a malediction. Dom's gonna cast Remove Curse on himself first so he can actually say words right.
Let's see. Just double this. You know what? For yours, Dom. Yeah, I'll say your remove curse does allow you to regain your ability to speak.
Oh, thank the gods.
Millith, can I roll a stealth real quick?
Stealth for a stealth butterfly.
I know why you're rolling a stealth, and that is hilarious if I'm right.
Okay, we'll
No.
say, for the sakes of your stats above board,
Oh, okay.
use the bat stat block, but you do not have dark vision, echolocation, or bite attacks.
Do you at least have it on hand to know what their plus to stealth is?
Yeah, +2?
Okay, well then, I guess I rolled a 4. If you want to just go with the roll I already made. I'll play it fair.
Alright, so... Yeah, so you rolled a 4, so what were you trying to do, Predicats?
Predicats tries to fly over and land on one of Sola's horns, so that way when he gets turned back, he will fall on her.
And since she very blatantly sees him, can she just catch his little wings, like just between her fingers, just pinch them? Almost like she's grabbing something by the scruff of the neck, but it's his wings.
Oh. Okay. Oh, jeez. Because in real life, if you touch a butterfly's wings, that really hurts them.
Well,
I'd
if
say
this
make
is-
an attack against... Make an attack against Predicats.
if this is polymorph, hey, he'll turn back.
I don't think it's polymorph.
What would that be? That'd be what is
Make a melee
What's a-
attack, so...
yeah, what's a melee? That
Strength?
strength?
Mhm.
Huh. Yeah, that's funny. Strength.
Alright. So... Yeah, that hits... That hits the butterfly. What's your strength score?
0.
Interesting. So you don't do any damage to him. It's very effective.
Good. Good.
So you managed to grab Brady.
Yep. And now I just
Generally.
want to imagine she's just holding like his little tiny face right in front of hers, and she just goes, "Oh, how the turns have tabled."
You just look at a statement just flashing out at you. Just trombone noises, but at a microscopic scale.
The world's smallest trombone. Super high pitched and muted.
Sindara pointed one finger. Isn't it that has the table has turned?
I know what I said.
Hey, Milla.
Now, you know, if you acted nicely, I could take this off of you.
You were saying, Jocko?
See the circle.
I was just gonna say, if you could watch a butterfly do a violent vitriolic tirade, you'd be seeing it right now.
But anyway, in this circle, is anything here poisoned or full of disease within 30 feet of me?
No. Detect no poisons nor diseases. Nor poison creatures.
Oh, just double check.
All right. Let's see if this works.
Just imagine a butterfly with a pipe in its mouth.
Oh, true. His statement is smoking.
That is a fine statement.
All right. Hopefully this will work. Afuero maledictonem. And once again, remove curse, this time on predicates.
Remove curse does not work in this case.
Well, fuck. It's not a
I didn't
curse.
say that was in character.
Oh, that was in character, the well fuck.
Yes.
No. Caitlin's amazing laugh right there.
Yes.
So, fuck, we're a man down.
Well, let's see if our friends here have answers for us.
A few of the goblins that are attending a couple other stalls kind of chuckle when they see you dealing with the butterfly. And the one that looks like he has a toffee apple head, just kind of saunters up. Well, you said you wanted to see Granny Nightshade, right?
Yes, but I have a bit of a situation at the moment if you hadn't noticed the butterfly in the room. How do we stop this?
Oh, it's fine. It'll only last an hour.
Alright. An hour.
You know, that is information that's good to know. Kind of wish it wouldn't take that long, but
How long will it take to get a meeting with Granny Nightshade?
Well, if you want to, you can just lead you all into her waiting room and then she can come over here, huh?
I guess that's amenable. Hopefully, our friend will be less butterfly at that moment.
So it's gonna saunter over. I assume this is like the head honcho, right?
Yep.
She's gonna like lean over and whisper to him. Like she's gonna like hold predicates like gently like away so that she can whisper to this other guy. Is there a magical way to do this to get him back? Just so I can lord it. You understand, right? A little like petty revenge, you know, kind of thing. Just to like lord it over him, you know.
how loud are you being with this?
Let's see. I'm gonna see if Chucklehead knows anything about that magic. I have to double check to see if she can cast this.
Honestly, this is on us. Should have thought about the fact the hag probably isn't going to have the best candy.
Well,
Cinderella looks at Don. He should know better. He works for him.
Well, I've seen Granny Nightshade kind of do something kind of like that. I think she calls it polymorph. She can turn people into animals.
So you're saying if I just give a little smack, would probably be okay?
Maybe. Yeah, I think if you heard them, they do turn back.
Sindara looks at Sella and slowly pulls up the hammer.
That slow glint in Sindara's eye standing behind Sola. Just gee.
And just smiles. Huh?
Well, I don't want to kill him.
Are we sure that the candy works the same as the spell? Because we don't want to be wrong and accidentally end predicates.
Slowly
Meanwhile,
puts down the
Predicat's
hammer.
Predicat's is flailing like a dog at the end of his leash.
It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. It's not gonna hurt.
No, you know what? This is for smacking me that one time. Just gonna just smack him right between her fingers.
All right, make an attack roll.
You might actually have just killed him.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Make an attack roll.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Isn't-
that hits.
Wouldn't it still be 0 though? Because it's an unarmed attack.
It doesn't matter. It's a butterfly. I'm assuming their AC is 2.
Oh yeah, that's right because it's minimum of 1, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so you take 1 point of damage and. Bud, describe what happens as you return back to your normal form.
I'm gonna say immediately a small, like, you know those little, like, pine balls that got the little edges on them? That starts to form in your hand, then it gets bigger, then it gets leafier, then it gets slightly fleshy, then all of a sudden Predicats is looming over you as you suddenly remember he's taller than you, and he is glaring and very
Yeah, well,
angry.
She has her bosoms out, alright, chest puffed, hands on hips, glaring up at him.
Well, that's that problem solved.
There's just gonna stop looking at Sola and slowly turn to the one threatening with the hammer. I serve an archfey, not a hag. Make that mistake again and I will tear out your throat.
You can try it. I'm not scary, you fly boy.
Can we please not fight each other?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. That anger, put it towards beating the shit out of Lady.
Someone slaps the shit out of Rudy's back of the head.
Understood. Our enemy.
Thank you. Alright, so now that we've sorted that out, how about we go to the waiting room and wait for good old Granny Nightshade?
I would appreciate that.
All right. Chucklehead just kind of.
Oh, you got large!
He expands!
My god!
That's it. Can we just, for
Dear
brevity, just
God.
move over to the actual, Fog of War area?
Yep, over here. This chamber is nestled between walls of twisted roots, through gaps in which you can see the eerily beautiful woodland surrounding you. Closed wooden door stands opposite the roof bridge that leads into this room, in the center of which are 4 armchairs encircling a small table laid out for a tea service. A painted wooden box 3 feet on the side rests in the corner. A crank protrudes from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box. And as you make your way over to here, you realize that actually off in the opposite corner, You do see a lily pad sitting over on one side.
Oh.
Claws flex.
You know, can't help but wonder what the deal is with that lily pad over there. Doesn't quite fit the aesthetic here. Know what I mean? Referring to asking Chucklehead what the deal is with the lily pad.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think her sister's over to visit now that you mention it.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Zendara just faces away from him with a pissed off look on her face.
I wonder if we'll get to meet both of them. Certainly will be an interesting visit. Humph is just grabbing the arm of his chair tightly. I mean, I can't imagine why Skyla wouldn't unless Skyla couldn't fit into the room.
I mean, could they fit through the doorway? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the main question.
Yes, no, maybe.
Milla?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just double checking notes for something important.
They're
You know-
we were basically asking, could Skyla fit through the doorway into this room?
Barely, but yes.
Okay, good. We have our owlbear.
I just imagine it's like a cat, like just actually sitting in one of the seats, just like in a human pose.
Guess I'm trying to.
At this point, I would say Predicat's probably going to go up to Domf.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still going to help them with the toy factory, or are we going to try to fight two hags head on?
I think we should help with the toy factory, although if they're both here, that's definitely a problem. We could try to turn them against each other. We know they hate each other. And we could bring up the interesting job that Bevlorna wanted us to undertake with the painting, and that might set off Scabatha.
Good, Rhodey. Does Rhodey hear this?
We're trying to keep this, I'd say, at a low whisper, so Chucklehead probably can't hear us.
Can I
But I'd
roll
like to
perception?
key everyone in.
I was gonna say, can I roll like a perception to see if I can hear this?
You know, after a while, you actually see Chucklehead does make his way through a door on the far side over here.
Alright, then if he's gone, we'll speak at a normal volume, so that everyone can hear.
Plans have changed.
Is she
Plans have got.
recognizing
This has gotten a lot worse. I don't know if you guys have realized this.
if she comes in here with her, I'm just attacking straight up.
If she comes in and recognizes us, the ones who attacked her, there goes the plan entirely.
I mean, yes, obviously, Bevlorna will recognize us immediately. But there are some factors in our favor. We do have an owlbear now that we could throw at her.
Oh, that's in the first place. And she has like a psychotic look on her face.
Although fighting two hags is definitely going to be a much more harrowing experience.
Suicidal.
Yeah, we're most likely going to die if we try to do it like that.
Hags
We-
are stronger
we-
in numbers.
Well, yes.
Even if they hate each other.
All I'm saying is, at the very least, we could distract them with each other if we bring up the job that Bevlorna wanted us to do and act innocent. Goodness, she wanted us to steal a painting from you, and we just didn't think that was right. We really trust you, Scabatha. We want to help you more than your sister, and clearly she can't be trusted now, can she?
relying
Making
on
deals behind your
adventurers.
back. Or something to that effect. Plus, we also do have, like I said, gesturing to Skyla. And if nothing else, Skyla will certainly be quite a distraction. It's hard to cast spells when there's a vicious owlbear tearing at your throat.
Easier to go away if there's a vicious owl bear attacking you.
Yes, but also to remember, we were just told they can literally turn us into insects.
Well, it is a spell, so you could potentially fight it off. But that is definitely an issue.
You
A
can
big
keep
one.
them from. You can keep them from casting it.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything to counter a spell on my person, but I could make them feel pain every time they try to take an action if they manage to fail fighting off my spell.
I mean, if they can't speak, can they still cast?
Not if the spell has verbal components.
Sidara just grins.
Now here's a question though, does that spell affect other people or areas?
Polymorph? I think it's only a single target,
No.
unless...
The other thing, making them not able to cast spells.
Ah! Gonf will turn to Zindara.
I was gonna just cover her mouth and beat the shit out of her.
Ah!
Well, I appreciate the direct approach. It's probably a good thing to have a way to where they can't talk.
Or you can cut the tongue off. That's another way.
Also, maybe smack him in the throat. Give him a real good smack with the hammer in the throat. That'll probably cut off voice for a while.
Here's a question, do we know what's on the other side of those doors? Because we still have that toy factory as well. Maybe the children are magical. We could use them as pawns.
I could use sending. Oh wait, I can't use sending. I used my spell slots for remove curse.
And whose fault is that with that predicate?
I mean, to be fair, I also did eat one of the things of candy. I think we're both at fault here. We trusted hag candy. We shouldn't have trusted hag food.
But you should know better.
You don't know what's happening in Predicat's head.
You know what I could do? Stomp will lift his hat and have Dorman come out.
Yawns.
Dorman, would you mind doing a little bit of scouting? See how our friends are doing with their side of the operation while we wait here?
Okay. Sure thing. As he yawns and begins to dart his way back out through the hole from where you guys came from.
Right. And I'm just gonna have him check in on the factory side of things with the kids and then eventually come back. It's probably gonna take him a while, in fairness. He's just a little guy. But he can fly. Boop. It's not putting his token on. I'm trying to put his token on the map, but it's just not letting me.
It's on my end.
Yeah.
Oh, and now it just... Okay, so it just took a while for it to come up for me because it just loaded in two at the same time.
Also, heads up. Sorry, stream. OBS disconnected for a second, but luckily, future YouTube, you'll be fine.
All right. I guess how long would it take for him to fly to the other end where the toy factory is and find a way in?
That is a good.
Um,
Uh,
his fly speed is 40 feet per, So do with that information what you shall.
Okay, so I'll say as you go to send him out, gonna go ahead and do this as that works. You need the right. The door creaks open, and a little old woman totters forward. She wears a grimy, old-fashioned shawl, and her skin looks like gnarled tree bark. A large iron key extends from her back, ticking rhythmically as it rotates. Sit down, children, she says in a voice reminiscent of crunchy leaves. Let's have some tea. And as I'm gonna go ahead and grab the art for Scath of the Nightshade.
Oh, nice.
Okay, she's a lot cooler looking than the last one.
Yeah, I like
That is
her a lot.
badass, honestly.
She's horrifying. I love her.
Some tea. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, as she saunters forward, you see that she makes her way over. She actually has in her hand a pot, and you see that on the table are some grimy-looking cups, like in various states of stains and dirt. It looks like she doesn't keep them very clean. And as you go, she just takes this water and just kind of begins to pour it into each of the cups. And as she kind of makes her way towards you, well, you. I think you might have something that belongs to me. Maybe? And you kind of, as you get a closer look at her face, you realize that one of her eyeballs is actually missing.
Ew.
Interesting.
You have it. And she kind of extends her hand and she kind of, you see it as she does, you all see that the key on her back slows down a little bit as she's just kind of, actually it speeds up for a moment. Tick, 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 tick. And after a little bit, if she does everything, it begins to slow back down. Tick,
Well,
tick, 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 tick.
hold on. Miss Nightshade, I believe you have something of mine as well. How about we trade? Your eye or my tin soldier?
Your
Lieutenant
tin
Dan.
soldier? I found that fair and square.
I believe it was stolen from me through the Witchlight Carnival, actually. Hardly fair or square. Besides, this is an even trade. One thing for another thing. You really want your eye? I really want my soldier. We can both have what we want.
Fine. I will give you your little soldier if she gives me my eye. And she kind of snaps back at you, and you just see that her crank is the key on her back at this point stops.
That seems perfectly fair. Do you have him on you, though? I'd like to see the soldier. We'll do the trade. Just that easy.
Make a persuasion check.
You know what? Actually, could I activate my last of my charm before she had come in? I just realized I have exactly one use left, and I'd probably fight without it, but I'll take a +5 bonus to my charisma checks.
Don't you get those back on a long rest?
Yeah.
No, I have 3 uses of the Charm of the Monarch.
Oh, that, yeah.
And I had exactly one left. I could pop it. Would I be able to have done that before she came in? Or could I do it now?
If you want to do it now, I'll allow you to do it.
Right, I will do that. Some butterfly wings will blow up, and now I get a +5 to whatever this persuasion check is. So let's see, that's 18 plus 5.
23.
23. Very well, dearie. One moment. As you just gotta see her about face and make her way out through the door.
While she's gone.
Real quick, Milla. Detect poison and disease last 10 minutes. Would you say has it been 10 minutes since I cast it?
I'll say it's probably around 9 minutes, and as you look at the tea air quotes that has been served to you, you do not detect any poisons or diseases in it.
That's basically what I was looking at, so.
Alright.
Well, good news, the tea isn't poisoned.
I'm still not drinking it.
He keeps her dishware in atrocious condition, but at least it's clean if anyone wants it. But I have my own. And he'll pour himself a cup of tea.
Why would she need the poison tea when she has her sister here? As you'll notice that Predicat's been posted up against this wall, and unlike before where he just kind of seems like just waiting for something to happen until he unleashes, he's been nervously scratching like his claws into this wall, just digging furrows into it.
Well, she came to us on her own without her sister. That's interesting. We might have the upper hand yet. We don't know where Bevlorna is, unfortunately, so we don't have that for sure.
Here's something I just thought of. If they don't like each other, we tell her what her sister was about to have us do. Maybe she can look the other way as we try to take care of her first. Get her on our side before.
I mean, it's possible, but also understand, as we've mentioned, the hags work in groups. Though they may despise each other, they are more powerful when they're together, so that'll most likely counter anything we try to throw at them.
Agreed.
Didn't you want us to kill her, though, or something like that?
No. Bevlorna wanted a painting that was here. Which I don't think is an offense enough to kill one of your sisters in a coven. You get a sizable boost from it, after all.
She just got mad at you for wanting to take back what was yours.
That's just normal hag behavior. They're essentially hoarders. Once they find something, it takes a miracle for you to get it back without some sort of deal.
This is also a proper coven that has already sealed away an archfey. We would do well not to take them lightly.
Yes.
I agree.
One of the few times I agree with Predicats.
So I guess the question arises, if she comes back alone, do we want to start something after the exchange is made? Or do we want to lay low for the time being and just take what we need? Check in with the kids and see how their end is going.
We can't. The kids are already in motion. They're expecting us to free their fellows.
I say we keep until otherwise we move forward with Plan A.
All right.
If we're lucky, she'll flee like her sister.
And if we're exceptionally lucky, we might get what we want most. A hag down.
Yes.
If that were to happen, though, we'd still have another hag directly at our necks. Again, I would say scare them off. There's enough of us, but there's not enough to end a hag and fight another instantly.
We're also not factoring in the possibility that... Shit, I forgot. What was it, Bavlorna?
Yeah, Bavlorna.
We're also not factoring the possibility that Bavlorna told her sisters about us, and so we may have been found out from the start.
That's true. She didn't seem like she knew us for certain. She didn't bring up Bavlorna at all, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't spoken.
We
Just
also
it hasn't come up.
We also know Bavlorna is here in this building, so if by off chance they speak and Bavlorna recognizes that we're here, they could throw everything out.
And on another note, wasn't the eye at Bavlorna's anyway?
It was.
So, if she knows that we have it, what's the thing of her not asking her sister, why do we have it?
I don't know if she knows that Bavlorna had it. And Bavlorna, I don't think, knows that we have it. I think it's simply that she sensed part of her body on our persons.
And what if it goes to the point that she did know that she had it?
Well, then maybe we can exploit that.
Use it to our advantage. Hey, by the way, we found your eye, but did you know that it was at your sister's house? We can't tell you why it was there. We have no idea. Maybe you would.
I had to hazard a guess maybe it was insurance that Bavlorna was keeping.
I mean, collateral is something that people give out in exchange for something.
Did you notice any specific weaknesses of hers?
Let me look.
I think we have weaknesses written down somewhere.
Yeah, we do have... It wouldn't really come up in combat, but she forgets the first thing she sees after she wakes up, Skabatha.
I was also saying that, like, we now know that we have a hag with a wind-up toy. I'm going after that key.
True.
I just want an in-character reason to go after that fucking key.
I think... Yeah, I have it written in my notes. The key on her back, if it's spinning fast, it means she's happy. Slowly is sad, and angry, it's completely stopped. So, like, her emotions dictate how that key is working. But we have no idea of knowing what would happen if you were to, say, try to pull the key out of her back.
Well, that sounds like an experiment.
It sure does.
But yeah, so the better question is, are we talking? Are we fighting? Because those are our only two options, because this plan is already in motion and we can't stop it.
Yeah.
If we fight, I hold her down, you pull.
Seeing she's back.
As you hear the door swinging open and... Yeah, like a blast from a past, you currently have her Yeah, it does look like, yeah. As sure as day, you see that in her hands. Describe the look of Lieutenant Steve.
Lieutenant Steve is your classic tin soldier with a really tall black hat, a red jacket, and a bayonet at his side that he can move freely up and down as you see fit. Duff will immediately rush up to Skabatha, almost knocking the chair down. And before...
There! Hold on a moment. As we agreed, in just a moment, dearie. As she's going to saunter over in front of Soda.
You're
My
right.
God.
My apologies. It's been a bit.
Would you please give me my eye, dearie?
Dumph will nod, hand hovering over where Lieutenant Steve is,
Yeah, okay.
waiting for the even exchange.
And as she extends her hand, do you give her the eye?
Yep.
Alright. Very well. As she actually tosses it into the air towards your direction, Dump.
He will catch Lieutenant Steve. Huge
Okay.
smile on his face.
So, I have to go ahead and read this off for you. As she goes to take her eye, she just kind of pops it in. It just kind of rattles about. It's weird. It's kind of like a glass eye. It just kind of rolls around a little bit, but eventually you do see the pupil of the eye slightly off kilter for a second. Then she does manage to get kind of lined up, and she squints a little bit. But for you, Dump.
It's a trap.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's a trap.
You have to be in my shot car, Kaiba.
Double check my notes. There it is. Making sure I'm just getting across the notes just right. Say that here. Gosh darn it. This is important. Aha! Of course. You now have in your possession a talking doll. So above board, while your toy soldier is within 5 feet of you, you can spend a short rest telling it to say up to 6 phrases. None of which can be more than 6 words long, and you set a condition under which your soldier speaks each phrase. You can also replace all phrases with new one, whatever the condition. It must occur within 5 feet of the doll to make it speak. For example, whenever someone picks Lieutenant Steve up, it might say, "I want a piece of candy." The doll's phrases are lost when your attunement to it ends. And more importantly, you have regained the ability to gain inspiration.
Could I get the description to put into my notes?
Alright. I'm just looking for... Basically, I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, it's a modified version of this. Here's the magic item in question.
Okie doke. Ah, okay. Oh.
And actually, I should go ahead and... I'll just go ahead and grab it and drag it into your inventory.
Alrighty. You know what? I do have an interesting above game question. I can technically turn Dorman into a tinned soldier that has a stat block. One of their things is if they're near another tin soldier, they basically get like what equates to pack tactics. Could I put Lieutenant Steve next to Dorman if he was a tin soldier to get that benefit?
I'll allow it.
All right, good to know.
So, with that all resolved... Oh, well, I suppose that wasn't as bad as it could have been, dearies. I wonder, though, where did you find my old eye? I hadn't seen it in quite some time.
You know what's quite curious? We did some work for your sister, Bevlorna, a while back, and curiously, we found it in her treehouse. I'm not sure how it got there. Perhaps you would know.
Really? Bevlorna had it?
Mhm.
Maybe she happened upon it after I lost it. Who knows? But I am glad you were able to find it for me. I must thank you. As she just kind of shakes her head around a little bit, you see the eye kind of lazily drift off for a split second before it realigns itself.
Another interesting thing about your sister, we turned her down for a different job. She wanted us to steal a painting from you of some kind. No idea what that was about necessarily, but we figured you should know.
As you just kind of, as you're talking to her, her key was kind of sped up for a while, but you just see it begin to turn slowly and slow down, and then stops. She wanted what?
I'm gonna ask, don't shoot the messenger. We're just telling you what she wanted.
We wanted to let you know so you could be careful and cautious around her, because clearly she wanted to take something from you.
Though I find it rather funny that you were the... Wait. Were you the ones that drove her out?
Rhodey, if you're looking at Rhodey, the claws on his talons on his feet, they're starting to kind of like dig into the wood under them. That wouldn't be a problem, would it?
Alf has a smile on his face.
I mean, we did do you the favor of returning your eye, and as we mentioned, your sister was about to have us steal from you. Not that we would.
Well, I wonder if you're in the mood of dealing with Bevlorna. She did have another item that I was potentially looking for. Wait. That's right. Perhaps I could. Well, since you were so gracious in, returning my eye at least. And you're in the mood for, driving Bevlorna out of her home, which I actually find that mildly amusing.
It was pretty funny.
Would you be able to find something for me that she probably lost? I could give you another one of your items. Right. You, the wood-looking one that she kind of points over towards you, Predicates.
Perdicot's trying
Right,
to
has
straighten
fun.
up he was mid-crouched to like pounce.
If you help me find the lost unicorn horn, I could give you back your. Could give you back your creativity. What say you for that, dearie?
Oh dear lord, this is gonna be so bad. He is not made for this. You're gonna watch Predicots go from a guarded expression to a completely neutral, I do not give a shit about that, to a trying to smile with his very big sharp teeth. That would be great. Do you have any idea where that horn would be?
No, not really. I'm not sure if I want to ask Pamplona outright because she probably wouldn't find it that well. Perhaps if you were to ask around, maybe somebody else would have found it.
Maybe.
Great. Duly noted. As he just says, gritting his teeth and keeping his lips open.
You'll have to forgive him. He's a little shy.
Or there is something else if you want to mess with Endolin, maybe.
That's because ears perk up. I'm listening.
Above game, isn't that the one that Rhodey has his item missing for too?
I believe so.
Yeah. For Endolin is for me, and she has my ability to keep secrets.
I think she also has Zola's thing too.
This might be a little weird to explain, but Bavlona did take something from me. In some weird way, I guess you could say she took my secrecy.
Well, here's the thing. Endolin Moongrave has her castle in Yon, Motherhorn. She is a fickle creature who loves theatrical art. I would like nothing more than to see her brought down a peg or two if you were to spoil one of her plays that she puts on. Oh, that would tickle my fancy so much. I'd also gladly give you back one of your item too if you can't find my horn.
I'm not gonna lie, that does sound fun.
It does. Messing with a play. But that horn sounds pretty important.
I have a question, Milla.
Yes, Fawn?
Who is Granny looking at?
Oh, she's been looking at you this time.
Fantastic. So I can't do anything.
Well, everybody in general, also specifically focusing on you.
So I can't really. I need to convey a secret message, but my boy does not have any of those spells, so that is just going to be him just standing there trying not to piss off a hag. Great.
I mean, you are standing behind me.
I mean, that's up to Milla if that obstructs. But even then, that'll make it even harder, because then the person I'm trying to signal to is behind the hag.
I guess it would be a stealth check if you were to try and hide something.
You know what? I've been spending too much time with Citric. Fuck it, we ball.
Hashtag fuck it, we ball.
13.
Let's see. Eight. So what were you trying to do, Vaughn? As far
Well,
as
since I'm pretty sure it's going to be seen, it's going to be seen, I'm going to look like Sokka trying to give out hand signs here. So it's basically going to look like an 80s dance. Like, trying to look around Sindara and catch Dom's eye. Predacats is going to again mention, he's going to take his two arms, bring them down to something small, do the walking. Then he's going to do a, like, throw up all of his fingers on both hands while holding them together like a pop. And then points at the hag, and then just, like, shakes his hands like, are we doing the plan? That we agreed to do the plan.
So, do I have to roll anything to pick up on what he's trying to put down?
Insight?
And insight.
Above game, I'm kind of hoping you roll low.
17.
Yeah, you could pick up while he's laying down.
Alright.
Hmm.
And Skabatha's turned, so she can't see me at this point, correct? Because she's looking at Predacats in the rest of the room, right?
Yes. Let's see.
Oh.
She's got, and while this is going on, Predacats, she's gonna attempt to insight you as far as what that means.
Should I roll something? Because he's not trying to see. He's actually trying to enlighten someone, so he's doing the opposite while trying not to look at her.
Well, do you want her to attempt to pick up what you're laying down? I guess I'll ask
I'm
for
gonna
a
tell you.
deception.
Well, okay.
or persuasion.
Performance and deception are the same for me. It's a decent roll, but I have only that. So whichever you want me to roll.
Deception, I guess, if you do not want her to try and figure out what Predacats is doing.
Yeah, that's about right.
Can I give him advantage? And Veska will just look at Bev name.
Granny Nightshade.
She'll look at Granny Nightshade. Oh, don't mind him. He's very fluent in interpretive dance. Kind of a hobby.
You also have
All
to
right,
be
you know
sure.
what? I'll allow the advantage for the deception check because Veska's helping you.
All right, so that's a 19.
Alright.
Ah. Well, good for him. He looks like he's rather stiff. And she just kind of chuckles at that a little bit. And you see as the key on her back begins to wind up.
I mean,
they
And
still
as that happens, you just kind of hear from outside, from beyond where you're at, you just hear a blood-curdling scream, and then a cacophony of blood-curdling screams coming from somewhere outside Loomlurch. And as that happens, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
The plan is underway.
All right, well, as usual, because we have several people who need to sign off early, Caitlin, why don't you start us off?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, Places. I Caitlin C37. I do art. I got an Etsy shop. If you want things, just look on my Twitter. All the links are there.
I mentioned this woman. She is amazing at her stuff.
Agreed.
His art is on the screen. But yes, we'll just go down the line with me last. DeLuna, you.
Hello, my name is Deluna13. You can find me on Twitter at Deluna1338. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and anywhere else you want to try to find me at Deluna13. I just posted a couple extra new shorts, and I'm having a lot of fun making those. So if you want to check them out, just look at my YouTube. And next one, because I have to go. I'll see y'all later.
Here.
Good night.
That'd be you, Draco. We're just going down.
Yep. Hey, everyone. You can find me on the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Blue Skies, the Twitches. Usually Draco Magnus, sometimes Draco_Magnus. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and because it is now October, Saturdays. Monday's Persona 5. We just finished up a Palace, so we're doing the post-Palace stuff. Tuesdays, when we're not here, you can find me and a whole bunch of other people doing all sorts of fun party games. Wednesday, you can find myself and Chaco and Hoshi, and yelling at me and Broad and Rod and Onyx Locket as they go through Barovian Odyssey. Our heroes are currently in Karnov Manor, going up against a family of wealthy were-tigers. Will they be the hunters, or will they be the hunted? You'll just have to tune in to find out. Thursdays, you can catch me, Chaco, and Royal Hoshi doing Baldur's Gate 3. We're about to start the second act. Fridays, I do Breath of the Wild. I just finished up the, I forget what its name is, the Elephant Divine Beast, Van Ruda or something like that. We finished him, so now side quests. And on Saturdays, I'm going to be doing Fear and Hunger 2, Termina. I don't know much about it. It's a horror game, horror survival RPG. It's loosely related to Majora's Mask because there's a creepy moon and the 3-day cycle. And I know Fear and Hunger, so it probably has a lot of body horror in it. But that about does it for me. I believe that would bring us to Hoshi next.
Hello, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me on Twitch, Blue Sky, Twitter, and YouTube as Royal Hoshi. You can also find me here every Tuesday on Burnouts Mom's channel. You can also find me on Draco's channel every Wednesday and Thursday, and sometimes on Tuesday for party game night. That's it for me.
Who next?
You.
Yeah, you.
Oh, is it me? Okay. Hello. You can find me on the Burning Bird site, Brand Play Stinky, Melaninja Nerd. You can also find me on here and Blue Sky at Melaninja. Or Satisfactory streams in the future because that game is honestly fun. I need to advance into my steel tech tree as well as experimenting with Sam Ore for the first time. That'll be exciting. You can also catch me normally every other Tuesday at twitch.tv/Jake, opposite of this campaign where we play through a Dosian Anthology's Legacy of the Deal Breakers. Kind of taking a break from next week because of Jake's other obligations, but we will continue on basically in 3 weeks' time as we continue to wrap up the end of our chapter. Aside from that, I too also have to go to bed. So, Vaughn, take us home.
We still need Chaco.
Oh, and Chaco.
Hi, I am Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on the social medias as some form of Chocolate Zombie 101, as well as on Twitch where I stream occasionally, usually on Thursdays when we do Baldur's Gate. But I'm hopefully next week going to go get my PS5 fixed because it's had some issues with the HDMI port. And once I do, I have a lot of plans for things to do it. So keep an eye on my Twitter and Twitch for when that happens. Tuesdays, you find me here every bi-weekly Tuesday for Feys for Live. You find me over on twitch.tv/TwitchThePerson for Power Rangers Cyber Strike, along with Deluna13, Cryptic_Cyanogen, Mr. Hardluck, and Rosso06, where we are basically coming into the penultimate confrontation of the current story arc. So come check that out. Wednesdays, you can find me over on Draco's channel when we do Curse of Strahd. Thursdays, you can find me on my channel when we're doing Baldur's Gate. And that's pretty much all I've got.
All right, well, you've already found me here. The only stream we've got left for the week will be No Level or Extra, where me, Zako, and Saris will be going through a level 0 demo of a game I highly recommend. If you want to see something that's very great and free on Steam, I highly recommend you come check it out, and also wishlist it on Steam. But with that said, we're going to raid Brawl Kaiser, and we're just going to use the quote of the session, which does go to Caitlin, for, "Oh, how the turns have tabled." That being said, thank you all for coming out. I also very much need to go to bed, so we will see you all again in 2 weeks' time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.